The following program is called
Braingames number 2. The first was known to drive people bananas. This one makes them completely bonkers.
Innocent viewers often scream
at the sight and sound of some of the questions.
people with weak knees,
or those with a fear of failure are advised to refrain from viewing.
Parents should watch
Only at the discretion of their children.
I said no, Mom.
No, no, no.
No, Mom.
No, Mom.
So hold on to your thinking caps.
and let us begin.
Braingames! And now, game number 1.
Tales of Wrongovia. This is the secret book of Wrongovia, a place where everybody is out of sorts. And no wonder, because everything is out of time and place. To decipher the book's code, we will tell you tales, and you will tell us their mistakes. Let's begin. We now turn to the year 1596. Here is baby Pocahontas at her first birthday party. Her father, Chief Powhatan, has made an elaborate feast. At the party, there is one thing Powhatan could not have served his guests. Which one food could they not have eaten? Yummy rare roast beef, scrumptious boiled lobster, tasty roast squirrel, or super sliced turkey with all the trimmings. Well, Pocahontas could have poked her fingers into a lobster. There were plenty in the sea. And Pocahontas could have poked at roast squirrel, and turkeys aplenty lurked in the forest. But the one food that could not have been served at her birthday celebration was roast beef. Because cattle were not native to America, there was no roast beef until 15 years later, when the colonists brought cattle from England. Now, let us flip to another page and another age. It is 1863. Honest Abe Lincoln is president. He can't get home for dinner because he's got to deliver a speech at Gettysburg. In order to get a message to his wife, President Lincoln could have used all these methods of communication except one. Which one could he not have used? The telegraph, the railroad, the telephone, or the stagecoach? Abe could have used the railroad or sent his message by stagecoach. And yes, he could have wired by telegraph. But he could not have used the telephone, and not because he didn't have the right change. The telephone wasn't invented until 1876. By then, his dinner was stone cold, and Honest Abe was long since gone. We turn to another page, and who have we here? Martha Washington. It is 1776, and Martha wants to give her husband, General George Washington, a picture of herself to take on his travels. Which one of these following likenesses could she not have given to her gallant general? An oil painting? Perhaps a dainty silhouette? A lovely photograph? Or an enamel miniature? Well, Martha could have had an artist paint the picture, or create a silhouette, or even an enamel miniature. But photography was not invented until 1816. Alas, she couldn't have given George a photograph. Poor George. Let us now go west. It is 1866, and Jesse James is busy robbing banks. He's about to make another daring getaway. In making this getaway, he could have used all of these methods of escape except one. Which one could he not have used? Could Jesse have exited on a bicycle? Or a hot air balloon? Or a steamboat? Could he have jumped into a horseless carriage? Well, Jesse could have escaped on a bike. Or steamed away on a steamboat. Or beat the heat in a hot air balloon. But Jesse could not have used a horseless carriage or motor car because gasoline cars were not invented until 1885. But what Jesse probably used was his horse. Now it's time to close the book of Wrongovia. The sun is coming up, so it's time to say good night. I bid you farewell with a fond hello.
Game number 2.
It's time to play Whosamawhatchamacallits, the game in which we give you clues, and you tell us who or what. She's a cover girl who uncovers crime, a marvel when it comes to justice. She gives bad guys a hand in the form of a fist. No one crosses this Amazon, and no wonder. A patriotic dresser. Her bracelets are a knockout. She's Wonder Woman. This one's a game. At the end of the line, you get crowned king. It takes 64 squares to play this game, but you start with a round dozen. You can either be in the black or in the red. It's checkers. She walked on glass, but never got a scratch. A pumpkin coached her. She's a perfect 10 who has to be in by 12. Her stepsisters were all misfits. But when her slipper fit, it was wedding bells. She's Cinderella. He's an escape artist. This lockpicker was never arrested. Upside down, inside out, chained and underwater. If he wore handcuffs, they were his own. This great magician is Houdini. This hairy giant made it to the top of New York. His rise to success was a long climb. He prefers blondes to bananas. But when he picks up a girl, she goes ape. He's King Kong.